Good day everyone, especially to you Ma'am Pinky. My name is Nizal B. De La Cruz. Now we will going to discuss to you the classification of computers according to its size. When we talk about digital computer, we should always remember that they are not all the same. Computers comes in different sizes, processing powers, and purposes depending on the needs of the users. Some computers are small and designed for personal use, like laptops and desktops, while others are very large and powerful, built to handle complex operations and thousands of users at the same time. To make it easier to understand, computer classified into four main types based on their sizes and performance. We have microcomputers, mini computers.
Good day everyone, especially to you Mom Pinky. I'm Rosalind Pandalan and I'm here now to present to you about microcomputer. Before we proceed, let us first know what is microcomputer. Microcomputer is a small, relatively inexpensive computer that utilizes a microprocessor as its central processing unit or CPU. This computer also include memory, and input-output circuitry. It's all mounted on a printed circuit board or PCB. Microcomputers gained popularity in 1970s to 1980s as microprocessors became more powerful and affordable. Microcomputer also known as personal use. Microcomputer they are small, relatively inexpensive computer designed for individual use. Microcomputer also use a single microprocessor chip and then these serve as a central processing unit or CPU. This CPU is used to execute instruction, perform calculation, and manage the flow of the data. Example of microcomputer includes desktop computer, tablet computers, laptops, and smartphone. These examples are used in house, schools, and other businesses. A key characteristic of microcomputer are first is affordability, next is versatility, small and compact, and lastly reduced power consumption. Microcomputer are affordable to everyone because microcomputer are less expensive compared to mainframe and supercomputer, making them accessible to everyone. Next is versatility. Microcomputer can run a variety of software and used for diverse applications, from gaming to professional tasks. Next is small and compact. Microcomputers are designed to be small and fit, and they are suitable for personal use. Next is reduced power consumption. Microcomputer consume a less power compared to other computer, um, kasi nga maliit lang siya and lower lang ang voltage requirement niya. That's all.
Good day to each and everyone. I am Venice Marique de los Santos, and I will be discussing rather the mini computer. Ano nga ba yung mini computer? The mini computer is also called mid-range computer. Bakit nga ba siya tinawag na mid-range computer? Kasi it sit between mainframe and personal computer or yung microcomputer. So, the first mini computer is the PDP-8 or Program Data Processor 8. So, it is inintroduce siya nung 1965 by the Digital Equipment Corporation in the United States. So, naging popular ito, yung mini computer, during 1960s to 1980s. So, saan nga ba ginagamit yung mga mini computers? So, usually, ginagamit siya sa schools, sa universities, businesses, and sa mga research lab, hospitals, and factories, and even sa mga government official. Kasi, it can handle many user and can take tasks at the same time. So, yun na yung mga positive yung ano ba to? Characteristic ng isang mini computer. So, affordable siya and meron siyang multitasking. So, yung mini computer has large memory and greater storage capacity. Kaya multitasking and ang ating computer. Kasi dun yung program at the same time, like parang nakakan siya ng program kasi meron siyang large capacity of memory. And multitasking din siya. Multitasking, rather. So, meron siyang fast fast processor and could perform more calculation. So, yung mini computer is ginagamit siya sa mga laboratories, yung pag-insert ng mga datas, pag-store ng mga datas rather. So, may sinasabi dito na the mini computers or computer that was smaller, less expensive, and less powerful than the mainframe or supercomputer, but more expensive and more powerful than the personal computer. So, pag sinabi natin less expensive siya, so hindi siya talaga costly compare sa mainframe computer and supercomputer. Kasi itong mainframe computer and supercomputer is like other siya version ng large capacity kaysa sa mini computer. Yung mini computer kasi, maliit lang yung storage niya compare sa dalawa. Pero, mas malaki yung capacity niya and yung storage niya compare din sa mga microcomputer. So, meron siya, parang siya yung baby, kumbaga, ng mga computer. Yun lang.
So good day everyone, let me first introduce myself. My name is Cindy Rose Lopez from Bitlet Echi Tuig. And so today I'm going to discuss with you about the mainframe computer. So when we say mainframe computer, it has a large, powerful computer design to process vast amounts of data and handle complex operation for numerous users. So this is a reliable computers that help big organizations to do important things every day. Mainframes can execute millions of instructions per second. So, mas napapabilis na yung mga ginagawa nilang trabaho. It is also have a massive storage capabilities, allowing them to store and manage huge database. For example, yung mga bangko, gumagamit din po sila ng mainframes para i-process yung mga transactions every day. Yung mainframes also, sila din nagmamanage ng mga accounts natin for every transactions we make. And the mainframes also ensure the security of financial data. Another example, if magbo-book po tayo ng flight online, yung mainframes mismo nagche-check if may available pa ba na mga upuan or seat. And ito din yung nagpa-process ng payment natin. And also update our reservation from time to time. Another one example is the hospital. So hospital also gumagamit din po sila ng mainframes to manage patient records, schedule appointment, and process insurance claim. So mainframes really are the backbones of industry like banking, healthcare, and airlines. They keep our world running smoothly by managing critical tasks safely and efficiently. Kahit may mga bagong technologies na, they still use mainframes because they are trusted for big jobs. So that's all everyone. So I hope you learned something from me.
So, good day everyone. My name is Rosa Nebel, and my topic is about a supercomputer. So, what is a supercomputer? Supercomputer is a type of computer that has extremely high processing power, much faster than ordinary personal computers or even powerful server. It's designed to perform complex calculation and process massive amounts of data at incredible speed. So if a regular computer can solve a problem in hours, a supercomputer can solve the same problem in just seconds or minutes. So how do supercomputer work? So supercomputer works by using towers or even millions of processors that run together in parallel. This means they can perform many calculations at the same time, which is what makes them so fast and powerful. They also require advanced cooling system because they generate a lot of heat. So example of supercomputer, one of the famous supercomputer is Frontier located in United States. So it is one of the world's fastest supercomputer capable of performing more than 1 quintillion calculation per second. That is a 1 followed by 18 zeros. So another example is Fugaku in Japan, which has been used for medical research and weather forecasting. Supercomputers are used in many fields like weather forecasting. So weather forecasting predicting storm, typhoons, and climate change. Another use of supercomputer is scientific research. So scientific research simulating space, molecules, and chemical reaction. So they use supercomputer in scientific research. Another is medicine. They also use supercomputer to discovering new drugs and analyzing genetic data. Another is sa engineering. They use supercomputer to design airplanes, cars, and other complex systems. Last is they use supercomputer is artificial intelligence. So they use supercomputers to training advanced AI models. So that's all in my report. So that's all in a supercomputer.
In summary, digital computers come in different sizes and capacities to meet various needs. Microcomputers are designed for personal use, mini computers for medium sized tasks, and mainframe computers for large scale business operations, and supercomputers for the fastest and most complex calculations. So, together, they show how computers serve different users, from individuals to industries and research institutions.